So have you come across Penguin crypto? It's this corner of the digital world that's, well, it's as chaotic as it is popular. We're talking about a mashup of philosophy, cartoon art, and some pretty high-stakes trading. Honestly, it can feel almost impossible to get a handle on it all. But don't worry, that's what we're here for. We're going to break it all down and make it make sense.
Exactly. I mean, it sounds like a punchline to a joke, right? A penguin meme, somehow inspired by a 19th century German philosopher, then propped up by digital art, and all of it traded like it's a serious financial asset. This one sentence just perfectly captures why so many people are completely confused, but also totally fascinated by this whole space.
You know, the best way to think about all this is like a puzzle. We've got all these different pieces scattered around. Memes, tokens, NFTs, entire brands. Our job, together, is to fit them all together so you can finally see the whole picture.
And here it is. This is probably the single most important piece of that puzzle. This is the one that unlocks everything else. See, Penguin crypto isn't one single thing you can just go out and buy. It's really an umbrella term, a category that covers a few very different projects that, just happen to use a penguin theme.
So what you really need to understand are these three main branches. First up, you've got the Nietzschean Penguin, which is all about philosophy and meme culture. Then there are the Pudgy penguins, which have become this massive NFT brand. And finally, you have the various penguin meme tokens, which are designed pretty much just for trading. They are absolutely not the same thing.
So let's actually look at how these three penguin families stack up against each other. When you put them side by side, their unique goals, and maybe more importantly, their risks, become incredibly clear.
This chart here really lays it all out. Just look at the primary goals. The Nietzschean Penguin, that's all about creating culture and memes. Pudgy Penguins is focused on building a legitimate brand and intellectual property. And the other Pengu tokens, well, they're all about hype and trading. And, as you can see, this translates directly to the risk involved. They're all high risk, for sure, but those purely hype-driven coins are just in another league of their own.
So that first one, the Nietzschean Penguin, is definitely the most abstract of the bunch. It's really less of a financial project and more of a cultural movement inside of crypto. It borrows these ideas of individualism and chaos from the philosopher and thrives on inside jokes and a kind of shared anti-mainstream attitude. It really only exists in social media circles. All right, now let's shift our focus to the real heavyweight in the room, the Pudgy Penguins. This is the project that has grown from a simple online meme into a legitimate, multifaceted brand. But to really get it, we first need to get a key definition straight.
You hear people use the words coin and token like they're the same thing all the time, but they're not. A coin is typically just a tradable asset, and its price is mostly driven by hype. A token, on the other hand, is designed to have a specific job inside an ecosystem. Its value is supposed to be tied to the success and the utility of the project it belongs to. And that distinction, it's vital for understanding what Pudgy Penguins is trying to build.
And this right here perfectly illustrates their journey. Pudgy Penguins didn't start out as a coin. It began as a collection of 8,888 unique NFT characters. But through some really strong branding and a smart growth strategy, it's become this full-fledged Web3 brand with real-world merchandise and, you guessed it, its own token ecosystem.
And this is the Pengu token. See, it's not just some random meme coin. It's the official currency of the Pudgy Penguins world. The idea is that it will be used to reward community members, help the brand grow, and unlock new features down the line. It actually has a defined purpose within that ecosystem.
Okay, so now that we get the different types of penguins, we have to talk about the question that brings most people here in the first place: the money. Can any of these things actually become valuable?
This is it. This is the ultimate question for pretty much any meme asset, isn't it? Can it hit $1? It seems like such a simple question, but the answer, well, it's a bit more complex, and it really depends on understanding some basic market economics.
So before you can even begin to guess at a price target, you have to look past all the hype and focus on two absolutely critical factors that determine the potential value of any crypto project.
These two factors, they're everything. First, you have the total supply. If a project has trillions of coins in existence, getting to $1 per coin is basically impossible. It would require an insane amount of money flowing in. Second is market capitalization. This is the project's true size. It's just the price per coin multiplied by the number of coins out there. For any coin to hit $1, its market cap has to have realistic room to grow.
And this brings us right back to why Pudgy Penguins is seen a little differently.
Unlike those random meme coins that are often created with a massive, almost infinite supply, the Pengu token is part of a structured ecosystem. It has a potentially more controlled supply, which makes price targets like $1 at least mathematically plausible, even if it's still highly speculative.
So, let's be really clear about the investment case here. The pros are significant. It has a strong, recognizable brand, a real synergy between its NFTs and its token, and an actual growing ecosystem. But the cons are just as real. At the end of the day, it's still tied to meme culture, which makes it volatile. And its success is heavily dependent on the health of the overall crypto market.
Okay, let's just quickly recap the most crucial points to take away from all this. Number 1. Penguin crypto is a category, not a single coin. 2. Nietzschean Penguin is all about culture. 3. Pengu is the specific token for the Pudgy Penguins brand. 4. All of these are high-risk assets. And finally, of the whole group, Pudgy Penguins has built the most substantial and developed ecosystem by far.
And all of this leaves us with the one final question you should always be asking yourself in this space. When you buy into a project like this, what are you actually buying? Is it a belief in the community? Is it an investment in a growing brand? Or are you just riding the wave of a meme? The answer to that question? Well,